Hello and welcome to the GBC. I am your host, Nash Colberg. Today, we have the pleasure of speaking with Ryan Bisgard, the president of the Shamrocks hockey team here in Watertown, South Dakota. Thanks for coming on.
Yes, thank you for having me.
So, to somebody who um, doesn't know anything about the Shamrocks, kind of explain the background and who you guys are.
Yeah, of course. So this is our inaugural season operating in the North American Hockey League. So that means that we are a tier two junior team. Essentially, we have players that range between 16 years of age up to 21, and we really take them either while they're still in high school or directly out of high school, and we develop them, get them ready to go play collegiate or pro level hockey.
You said this is your inaugural season.
Mhm.
What impact have you seen in the town and just the energy around the Shamrock so far?
It has been absolutely amazing, and it still surprises me every single day how much excitement there is around us and around the team and just around something new in town. Um, it's been amazing ever since I got here in the summer and we had our main camp kind of trial process, even to today where we are selling out of merchandise and selling out of games and um people tell me all the time that I ran into your players out here and they're volunteering and they're doing this and like it just has become such a I don't want to say full circle because it seems too early to say full circle, but it's been just going round and round and I feel like it's been amazing for us as a team to have the support locally, but also I hope that we're kind of giving back in a sense to
Yeah.
the locals. So
I know off camera you were saying some like specific numbers that you guys have done volunteer wise, ticket wise. What are some of those?
yeah, so recently I wanted to kind of dive into some of the more specifics because I'm more of a numbers person to see the impact from the front office perspective, but then also from our community relations. So, on the front office side of things, we are probably about halfway through our season, just about, and we've already sold out of 5 games, which is amazing. We're selling out of tickets, and I feel terrible that we already have to turn people away, but we've got other places in town that are having watch parties and places where you can listen on the radio and stuff. So, we have multiple opportunities for people to still engage with the game. Um, I believe that we've sold, as of a couple weeks ago, maybe close to 20,000 tickets.
Wow.
And then that's including season tickets, individual game. And then from a volunteering perspective, that's something that our coach has been really adamant on is making sure that we're giving back to the community just as much as they're giving back to us. And so we've had some really big initiatives with Joy Ranch, South Dakota, Salvation Army, a lot of the local initiatives. And I believe we have, I think, like 630 something volunteer hours already committed
Wow.
this 2024. So from August to December. So it's been really, really cool to see.
So are you from Watertown?
I am not. So I just recently moved out here in the summer, but I'm originally from Denver, Colorado. And then I recently graduated from school out in Pennsylvania.
How has kind of initial first year in Watertown been and what it's kind of like?
It's been really good. It's everyone has been so welcoming and just such sweethearts. It reminds me a lot of back home, like one of the mountain towns, but just without the mountains. But everyone's so sweet. I love how close knit the community is. And I've only been here a couple months. And I feel like every time I go out in public, I'm running into people or like meeting new people, starting new conversations. So it's been great.
We are here right now in the Prairie Lakes Arena. It just opened up this year. What could somebody who's thinking about coming to a game expect that experience to be like?
I am really proud to say that every game we kind of strive ourselves on adding something new or adding something that benefits kind of the new customer, the new fan that has never been to a hockey game in their life, which we have a lot of people that they just want to come and check out the gorgeous facility that we have and then oh, there's a hockey game. Oh, there's a hockey team that we can come cheer on. And so they get to experience something for the first time. We have concessions, we have beer sales, we have vendors that come. Like Watertown Brewing Company has a little stand
Mhm.
set up that's really cool because you also get to try some of the more local features. We have all merchandise open, and then obviously you've got the game itself, which is not only, the game and the competition and getting to see all of the players facing off against these teams from North Dakota, Minnesota, Iowa, and depending on exhibition games, we had people come in from Alaska, which was so
Yeah.
cool to see. But we've started incorporating, having an in-arena host that can do some fan engagement. We've got an amazing tech team that the quality of our in-arena production, they do crowd shots. We've started incorporating mini games during intermission. We have chuck a puck, which if you're a hockey person, like that is a staple. And it's really cool. We've just been adding a whole bunch of things every single game. And so we're looking to get better and better and just making it more fun each
Yeah.
time someone comes.
How long does the typical like hockey season last? And then what nights of the week are your games typically on?
Although our season lasts, I'd say from August to April or May, depending on playoffs, um, it's kind of like a full year in action. Like if you're a hockey player, you're just going 24/7, 365. So even though our season is really during like late fall, early spring, we've got stuff going on in the summer and whatnot, and I'm here year round. But in terms of in season, looking at preseason practices and whatnot, the boys are on the ice every day, Monday through Thursday, twice a day, doing skills in the morning, leaving skills, going to workout, coming back for practices. And then that's kind of their weekly routine, Monday through Thursday. And then our games are usually on Fridays and Saturdays. And if they're at home, they're always at 7 o'clock on the dot. Our door is always open at 6, sometimes earlier if it's really cold. And yeah, it's a nice routine to get to. So we're usually here about every other week if the schedule is set right.
What kind of opportunity does the hockey team and this ice arena give to Watertown, the kids coming up, and just the entire community?
I think it is just such an upgrade and such a great place to be. I know that even from what I've heard from, all of the youth programs for figure skating, for curling, even for the youth hockey programs, it's such an addition to the town, but also I think it's so motivational for young players, including even our kids on the Shamrocks, that they get to come in to a beautiful arena every single day. And it definitely counts as like a sense of motivation that you want to kind of honor the rink in a sense and honor like the fact that it was built upon all of these donations and the Build It Now project, I think speaks so much of the community and how invested everyone is into making everything as good as it can be. It gives them the drive to give it back. Um, but even just from like our team perspective, I know I can speak on it plays back into all of the volunteering efforts that we have. Our ownership group was really adamant from the start that we want to work with all of the other groups that are coming in. We don't want to be the team that comes in and says, okay, this is us. Here we are. You guys have to deal with it. Um, we've, like, from the start, we've been wanting to work with the Lakers Youth Association, working with figure skating. We're constantly sending players out and helping with learn to skate, learn to play hockey. And the boys have really took it upon themselves more than anything else of um, finding like side jobs with these different companies. And I know just like a small side story, one of our players from Latvia, even, who is like, this is his first time being in the States. And now every Thursday, he's here and he's donating his time to help these kids learn how to skate and play. And it's really cool to see because it's not even from an avenue that like we set up for them. It's not an obligation by any means. It's just something that we've kind of ingrained and encouraged, but then they've taken it upon themselves to really go after and devote their time to. So
Get to know Ryan. What's one place or several places from Denver, your hometown, that should be in Watertown?
shoot. The first place that comes to mind, which is probably my top two favorite things outside of hockey, are coffee and ice cream. And so I think that my favorite ice cream shop back home is Bonnie Bray Ice Cream, which is just a local place. So that would be amazing if I had it out here, but I think I might get too cold working in a rink, being in South Dakota and eating ice cream all the time. Um, so I'll balance it out with um, it's a chain that's on the West Coast, but it's called Dutch Bros. And their
Pretty good.
menu is crazy. But if they could expand out here, that would make me very happy.
Never
So
know.
yeah.
How did you get into hockey, and what kind of made you passionate about what you do?
So I don't necessarily come from like a hockey family. I'm the only one in my family that plays, but I started getting into it because my mom wanted to try out figure skating. And so she brought me and my baby sister along, and we both took up on it. But then I ended up making the switch to hockey after I kept falling on my pick, trying to race little hockey boys. And then um, I started playing on a co-ed team, and then I finally hit the age where the boys were hitting puberty, and I switched over to girls hockey. And I played all throughout college, and I'm kind of in this weird limbo where I'm not playing competitively, but I've started kind of transitioning into the more volunteering coaching aspect of it, which has been full circle and really cool to see from another perspective. And so I've really liked that.
What's the biggest difference from South Dakota and Colorado?
I think it's probably the same answer that many other people would say, is like not having your family here or like your friends from home and school, but being able to a good thing is like being able to meet so many new people. Um I love doing that and meeting new players and new coworkers and new fans. But then probably besides that, just the mountains. I really miss the mountains for sure.
Yeah. Who should come to a Shamrocks game?
Probably anyone and everyone. I don't think we certainly don't limit anyone. We are great for families, great for kids, great. We've got handicap accessible seating. I've had people that have never been to a hockey game in their life, and people that now want to start playing hockey, and people that have known hockey their whole life. So
Awesome.
we have such a cool mix that come every game. So
Sweet.
if anyone is interested in finding out more information about the Shamrocks, whether it's tickets, merchandise, or marketing efforts, you can reach out to us at watertownshamrocks.com.
We want to thank Ryan for coming on. If you want to know more about the Shamrocks or Watertown, there'll be information below, and we'll catch you next time.